Hello YouTube, what is going on? This is Epic Big Bird and I'm back with some more Rome 2 online commentary action for you today. I just recently picked up the Pirates and Raiders DLC and I'm loving it. This video right here is a large funds 2v2 battle fighting on one of these grassy plains maps. I have chosen Tylus, which is one of the Pirates and Raiders DLC factions. My ally is Athena, and we are facing off against a joint force of Sparta and the Aravasi. So, my Athena ally today has brought 10 Thorax Pikes, 2 mercenary Cretan Archers, 2 mercenary Rhodian Slingers, a set of Slingers, 3 Citizen Cav, and that's all that composes of his army. Our Spartan opponent has a Heliot Javelinman, 3 Heliot Archers, 4 Citizen Cav. He has 2 Heroes of Sparta here, 2 Spartan Hoplites here, 3 Perioikoi Pikes here, 1 Perioikoi Spartan here, Perioikoi Hoplite, excuse me guys. He has his Royal Spartan General way back here in the backfield, as well as 3 more Spartan Hoplites. Now, my Aravasi opponent has fielded today 5 Scutarii Spearmen with 5 Scutarii, and along with a Noble Fighter as his general. He also has 3 Noble Cav here, and he's keeping his men in this pentagon formation with his spears facing outward. He looks like he's trying to protect from cavalry charges, perhaps, with his spears. Spears are more of a defensive unit, however sword unit will cut right through it. So yeah, and then let's take a quick look at my army. We'll go into slow motion because I took a little bit longer than expected. I have today 4 tribal warriors, 4 Thracian warriors, 2 mercenary Thracian peltasts, 4 noble horse, and 2 light horse. And again, Tylus is a new faction, so I'm going to try and talk about its units during this battle and highlight their benefits here. But right now, I'd also like to talk about this tactic right here. I'm trying to kite away my Aravasi and Noble Cav away from the center field, because if we look here, these Heliot Archers are somewhat quite far away from their protection from their Spartan Hoplites. My Light Cav are, as they creep forward, getting into a more better position to swoop in and eliminate them. So I'm going to try and pull away his Noble Cav, get them to commit to a fight, or so they think. Just get them to pull anywhere away other than my light horse. You can see here now it's far too late. His Noble Cav and the rest of his infantry are in no position to stop my light horse, and I'm just going to simply kite away back towards the protection of my line with my noble horse and let my light horse get into all of these fresh skirmishing units, which is where they're going to excel at. These light horse, due to their low armor, are not going to last very long if they get into any kind of combat. Here you can see Sparta's reacting with his Citizen Cav, which is a smart decision, but unfortunately for Sparta, the damage is already done. He's left with a Heliot Javelin that's down to half strength, and he's left with a Heliot Archer that's down to about 3/4 strength. So, and I did that basically because now Athena can focus all of their attention on removing the Citizen Cav, and this is also going to force both of our opponents to basically go on the offensive now. Sparta has to be aggressive, and that's never what Sparta wants to be doing. Here you can see these Citizen Cav plow into these Thorax Hoplites. They weren't in formation, but still not a good engagement for them. Over here you can see we accept a cavalry engagement with his Noble Cav. It's somewhat risky. We don't exactly get a good charge, first of all, and these Spartan Hoplites are slowly coming into the distance. Here we have some Spartan Perioikoi Pikemen coming along with all of these Aravasi units, and they're going after my Javelins. I'm going to send in my first 2 tribal warriors, and these guys cost I think about 800 or 900 talents, and I think they're actually quite a capable unit. They come with 70 melee defense, 65 armor, and 44 weapon damage. 44 weapon damage is quite respectable, but with only a 28 melee attack, it means they won't be scoring hits that often. However, with a 70 melee defense, that also means they won't be getting hit very often either. So they're really going to be able to hold on and stand out in this grind out fight for quite a while. You can see here they're cutting through these pikemen without a problem. That is probably because they were out of formation. Over here our cavalry did manage to mop up these noble cav, but we now have Spartan hoplites in the mix. So we are going to finish off these noble cav and get out of there with our general. We move forward the rest of our tribal warriors to help finish this fight off. And now let's focus on these Thracian warriors now for the most part. We're not going to focus so much on the infantry engagement anymore, because as far as it's going right now, it is going to go our way. We can see that. Right here, these Royal Spartans are charging my Thracian warriors, and I actually see it right at the last minute here. Instead of leaving them in this fight, I'm going to pull them right out. You see, I'm going to lose I lose 2 or 3 there. And this Royal Spartan is going to continue to advance. I'm just going to kite away from it. That's not the kind of engagement I want to accept with these Thracian warriors, because these are one of these new Falx units that are introduced into the game. And with these Falx units, what they really excel at is they really are quite punishing on the charge. You can see there with a melee attack of 45, weapon damage of 51, these guys are going to be extremely punishing in a melee fight. However, with a melee defense of only 2, they're basically, you can look at them as an equivalent of shock cavalry. They're going to be really devastating on the charge with a charge bonus of 33, bonus versus infantry of 15. So you can see how these numbers are really adding up, where these guys will be quite punishing on the charge. So that's again what I'm looking for with these Thracian warriors. You can see I finally positioned them into a position where they're going to be able to deal a devastating blow to the rear of these Spartan hoplites. And here we go. Let's watch these Spartan hoplites, they're falling steadily to my other Thracian warriors, but as soon as these Thracian warriors get into the rear, you can see there they rout instantly, but couldn't get a good view. They were just falling very, very rapidly, and we took almost no casualties to our Thracian warriors. And that's the battle, guys. So yeah, I really, really hope you guys learned something tactical in this video. Hit the end replay button so we can look at battle stats here. But yeah, you can see our light cav basically pay themselves off with removing the Spartan skirmishing element that forced Sparta to go on the advantage or the aggressive right away. Our noble horse more or less somewhat paying themselves off. This is a pretty expensive horse unit, and really I traded it for 3 noble cav, and I mean I did do a decisive hammer and anvil strike with them at the end of the infantry fight to wrap that up a bit quicker. But really you can see our money is coming from these Thracian warriors, who all racked up they racked up significant amounts of kills. Again, showing off that they're powerful charge bonuses that they get. And then these tribal warriors again racking up a decent amount of kills against actually not a too terribly of a inferior unit. And again, I'm going to chalk that up to their high melee defense and their high armor, because a Scutari unit actually does have quite a punishing attack and weapon damage for its cost. I was surprised that the Scutari didn't hit more of my tribal warriors, so that's very interesting. So thank you guys so much for checking out my videos. This has been Epic Big Bird, signing off.